Have you ever logged into a game just to immediately log out of it, unsure why you booted out? Yeah, me too. And I keep doing it with Arc Raiders. I don't think Arc Raiders is bad by any means, and I don't think it's boring. I also don't think it's failing. But lately, I do log in, look around and catch myself thinking, well now what? That feeling, that quiet hesitation is what I want to talk about today. Let me be clear, this is not a complaint, it is more of an observation, because Arc Raiders does a lot of things right. The movement, the gunplay, the world building, it's all excellent. I also enjoy the PvE side of the game, especially when there's tension with PvP, and the possibility that something might go wrong or the possibility of betrayal when you run into other players is perfect. And that mix is what makes Arc Raiders stand out to me in the first place. But recently, after aggressive based matchmaking, the game feels smoother. I can do most of what I want to do, I can complete objectives or missions, I can extract consistently, I can avoid most real danger, or I can face it head on. And on its own, that is not a bad thing, but it does change how the game feels overall. And this is where the too easy becomes almost the wrong phrase, because it's not about difficulty, it's about the pressure. Right, Arc Raiders hasn't become easier because enemies are weaker or systems are simpler, it's easier because there's less at stake. When you expect to succeed, when you know that you can avoid most real danger, and when there's no larger objective or consequence when you're not logging in, nothing's really pushing back. And when nothing pushes back, nothing pulls you forward either. And let me be clear, I'm not wanting Arc Raiders to add in FOMO systems. Fuck that. This isn't just an Arc Raiders thing I've noticed though. A lot of modern games end up in this position. They smooth out friction to make things more accessible to retain players. They reduce failure so players feel more comfortable, and they make progression more reliable. And slowly, without anyone meaning to, the question shifts from, can I pull this off, can I do this, to, is there a real reason for me to do this right now? I'm a PvE first player. I like mastering systems, learning enemy behavior, and making smart decisions under pressure. I might not be very good at it, but I enjoy it. And PvE works best when it's paired with that tension, not constant chaos, but almost something meaningful. And right now for me, that risk feels reduced because there's nothing meaningful, and it hasn't been replaced with a larger goal or pressure. So the moment-to-moment gameplay is fine, but the pull for me to log in has become weaker. When a game gets easier like this, players don't suddenly quit, they drift. You don't log off angry, you just hesitate before you start. The loop still exists, progression still happens, but it feeds a loop that doesn't really ask anything of you anymore. And that's when logging in becomes optional in the worst way. Now that I've completed everything, and I've got the blueprints I want to get, why am I logging in? I still think Arc Raiders has something special. I truly think 2026 is going to be amazing. I would just love to see Arc Raiders have something overarching, something bigger to work towards. I'm interested to hear what you would like to see though. If you wanted something bigger and overarching in the background, what would you like to see? Now, I don't mean to sit here and complain, but playing it has made me notice something that applies to a lot of games. When things get easier, without a bigger reason attached, they just get harder to care about. If you've had that quiet now what moment in Arc Raiders, or even in other games, I'm curious to see if this resonates with you. So let me know down in the comments and I'll see you topside.